What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, while hypocrites on television continue to condemn Amaya Doka, yet in their own personal lives, they are cheating on their spouse, cheating on their boyfriends, cheating on their girlfriends, and keep a straight face on television and fake the funk. Um, I just want to say, once again, I do not condone what Amaya Doka did. What he did was disgraceful. It is absolutely atrocious what he's doing. If anything, I feel for the children more than anything else. Because, children learn from what they see. And a lot of these negative traits get picked up. And if you give your kids a bad example of what a relationship is, the chances are they're going to repeat the same shit. Boys and girls, So I feel for the kids. But come on, let's stop the silly shit, man. Okay, first of all, let's not act like we haven't seen this before. And also, let's keep something 100 here. Men in power attract women. I mean, that's just how it is. We see it at the jobs. These chicks huddle around managers and supervisors and all that. We just see it in general. The dope boys who proceed to have power. Look, women are attracted to that shit. Okay? Now, I'm not saying a man still doesn't have the right to say no. I'm married and I'm not engaging in this shit. Because, yes, a man should be able to do those things. All right? But, look, man, I'm trying to not be a asshole here. Sometimes we got to look at things a little bit more critically and coldly. I'm not trying to say any woman deserves to be cheated on, any man deserves to be cheated on. But we also know that if you're not doing your job as a spouse, in a lot of ways, I'm not talking about just sexually, if you're not emotionally available for your spouse, if you're not physically there for your spouse, you're always wrapped up in your work, man or woman, you spend more time with your coworkers than your spouse. You're not engaging socially with your spouse as much. You look at your spouse as just a cum receptacle. Am I lying? If you're a man, you look at your spouse as nothing more than a cum receptacle and a sandwich maker. Or if you look at your husband as nothing, or a boyfriend as anything more than an ATM machine. Look, there's going to be some repercussions behind that shit. Someone at work that might be attracted to your spouse, and they're hearing everything that he doesn't like about you. They do the opposite, and they're that caring ear, and ultimately shit can happen. So that's why I'm like, look, man, let's not act like we haven't seen this shit before. JFK. America loves JFK. He is the president who, had he lived, may not have been everything that we envision him to be, which is this great, great president. He was a president that had a lot of potential that was unfulfilled because of the fact that he was assassinated at the age of 46. And while we try to remember him as this great young leader who stood up to the Russians and you know, made us feel great about America and had these great visions for America. And he was a great, great visionary and a great leader in some ways. But he was a horrible husband. Even by the standards of the 60s, his philandering was just totally out of control. I mean, there were instances where he would have the Secret Service agents. Some of them actually, I think, were involved in these situations. And when I mean involved, I mean they would have these orgies. But anyway, they would literally wait until Jackie Kennedy left. If she left to go, say, back to Massachusetts for a couple of days, or she left to go to New York. If she was gone from the White House for a couple of days, in come the bimbos. They would seal off a certain part of the White House. They would go to the part where they had the swimming pool, and JFK and the women, and I think a select few agents, and some of JFK's staff that he trusted, they would have these orgies. As a matter of fact, supposedly, Kennedy's behavior so appalled some Secret Service agents that there's some evidence that some of them just was tired of him. And that might have led to what happened eventually in Dallas, where some of them abandoned him because they were so disgusted by his behavior when it pertained to Jackie Kennedy. When I say abandoned, I mean they just said, fuck it, we don't have to read into that. But this is a man that fucked a lot of different women. I mean, actresses, interns, alleged spies, mob dolls. I mean, look, everybody knows about Marilyn Monroe. Okay? Everybody knows that he fucked Marilyn Monroe. He fucked a stripper named Blaze Starr. He fucked Marlene Dietrich, which was very weird because at the time that he had sex with her, she was 60. Now, she was a very attractive 60-year-old woman, but she was 60. And she had actually been his father's mistress, Joe Kennedy. He fucked several high-profile actresses. I think her name was Anita Ekberg. He fucked her. He fucked Angie Dickinson. He fucked Gene Tierney. He fucked the wife of a former CIA official, Cord Meyer. He fucked several interns. In fact, he fucked one of them who was a virgin. He ended her virginity. Mimi Alford, I think, who wrote a book later on. Matter of fact, I think it was Mimi Alford who said that in addition to JFK ending her virginity, JFK was the one that pressured her to perform oral sex on one of his staffers, who acted as pretty much his pimp. He fucked numerous interns. He fucked Judith Exner, who, if I'm not mistaken, was the former lover of Frank Sinatra, and she was involved with the mob in a lot of different ways. And he fucked the mistress of Sam Giancana. So, I mean, this, he was way out there, man. And I'm just talking about the women who were notable. I'm not talking about the everyday women that he would fuck and suck on a nearly daily basis. I mean, he put Bill Clinton to shame when it comes to actual sexual conquest. The thing that probably held Bill Clinton back a little bit was AIDS. It didn't exist when Kennedy was president or when Kennedy was alive. And when Kennedy was alive, penicillin was much more effective. So if you caught an infection, you just took penicillin and it cleared up just like that within a couple of days. This guy was a man whore, man. But everybody loved John Fitzgerald Kennedy because don't ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. And I need you to come here right now, Marilyn. Marilyn, I need you to come here and suck my dick. My dick is aching for your lips. Mr. President, but I'm with my husband. Fuck him. I want you to get on Air Force One with me. And I want you to, after you suck my cock, I want you to then go to Bobby and suck his cock too. This is your duty. I am your president. I need you to do these things for me. Because it's 1963. But JFK